Pasażer
We're at the airport.
Now proszony jest o niezwłoczny kontakt z punktem obsługi Ryanair, który znajduje się na parterze. Powtarzam, pasażer grzebień.
Too long.
Hey, now you guys know that we're on the podcast. You know we're in the airport.
It's not fake. It's not fake.
It's not fake. Yeah.
Okay, so once again, I'm very happy to have you here at the airport and to be a part of the podcast. That's the first time in my life I'm on any podcast. So.
Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hyped. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Real 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Hey, Real 45. Yeah, Real 45. Show 'em how we do it.
Well, we're sitting here in Rzeszow Airport with one of our recent new friends. I'm Greg Hancock with Steph and Janelle.
Yeah.
And we welcome everybody to the Real 45 podcast. Thank you, the president of the board, the CEO, the main man in this case, Mr. Michal Tabisz. Thanks for joining us on the Real 45 podcast.
Oh, that's my actually first time.
We're
at the airport.
Now
proszony jest o niezwłoczny kontakt z punktem obsługi Ryanair, który znajduje się na parterze. Powtarzam, pasażer grzebień.
Too long.
Hey, now you guys know that we're on the podcast. You know we're in the airport.
It's not fake. It's not fake.
It's not fake.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, I'm very happy to have you here at the airport and to be a part of the podcast. That's the first time in my life I'm on any podcast. So wow,
Wow.
I'm excited.
Man, this is good for us, right?
This is really good for
This
us.
is the beginning of something big. So,
Yeah.
we're on our 29th episode, so we're like pros, really. We tell everybody we talk big, But
So
no, anyway, the reason why we're sitting here is for any of you who've been following our podcast and following our social media. Today's a big day for me. It's not every day you get invited to be a part of the launch of a new route from Rzeszow here, where I race for this team, Stal
Proszę o
Rzeszow.
uwagę
Hang on a
pasażerów
second.
lądujących do Newarku. Prosimy o przechodzenie do kontroli
That's our
bezpieczeństwa
flight.
oraz kontroli paszportowej.
it's about us.
Attention, please passengers flying to Newark are kindly requested to proceed to safety and document control immediately.
So
So does that mean we have to go to passport control, or
That's
does
what
that
is-
mean we got to go buy something?
yeah, because you're speaking right now to the CEO of the airport, so probably you can have still 5 minutes for the conversation, but no longer. So you have to be quick.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're here. Michal, you invited me and to come and be a part of the launch of this new route, non-stop service from Rzeszow to Newark. A great collaboration between the Polish and American communities, first of all, and you're very much responsible for helping to get this plan back in action again. Is that right?
Yeah, well, that was quite a long effort to make it happen, to convince LOT Polish Airlines to launch this direct route from a small regional airport. I mean, Rzeszów is still yet below the 1 million passengers per year, so it's not very often when you have the direct long-haul flight operating. Not even in Poland, but I think in Europe it's kind of a special thing. So we're so happy and proud to have it and to allow both Polish and American passengers to travel comfortably, travel quickly from our airport to Newark in New Jersey. And it's absolutely fantastic to have Greg Hancock being a passenger on the first flight. That's something that we haven't expected yet 3 weeks ago, because that's more or less when we had a first contact.
That's right.
In this story, because of course, as a Speedway fan, I followed Greg for like all my life, but that's different part. In the aviation part, we just were working together for those couple of weeks. With a great result. We already welcomed the aircraft at the tarmac a few hours ago, and it's almost ready to depart. As you can hear.
Yeah.
Our staff is getting concerned where Greg is, but no worries, he'll make it.
I like to see that. It's all about who you know in this case. So I know you, so I know that I can. Usually, I'm listening to my name on the loudspeaker, going, "Can Mr. Gregory Hancock please make his way to the aircraft immediately?" And now I'm sitting with the right guy, so he can just escort me. But I really got to be there.
Good shit.
And the whole airport staff is actually knowing that this last passenger is right now doing his last media duties in Rzeszów, which we had a few of.
Well, again, recapping on this really is like a 3-week friendship or collaboration that we started, and it came from a letter from yourself basically asking if I would be interested to be a part of this launch, which of course was quite intriguing for me. It's not every time in your life you get invited to be a part of a launch of a new route between two big international countries.
Exactly, but it wouldn't happen if Stal Rzeszow, the Speedway Stal, your team this season in Poland, in Polish League, wasn't our partner as well, because we have some marketing cooperation with the club, and this was it paved the way to actually contacting you and inviting you. But of course, the fact that you being American and being right now a part of Rzeszow community because of your riding here, couldn't imagine better coincidence, and I'm happy that we utilize it.
Hey, it's cool. So this thing quickly gained momentum, and we started talking about what we can do and different things, and then now this has really turned into something great for myself and my buddy and partner here on the Real 45 podcast, Stefan. So that we managed to turn this into a kind of a sort of, we feel like we're YouTubers in a sense. We're going to run like a flight review, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better than TripAdvisor or any other ranking tool. Have two of you on the aircraft. I hope it's going to be a good journey, both way, and appreciate you make it, and also it's important for our presence in the US. That's what I wanted to underline. Actually, there are more tickets being on this road being sold in the States than in Poland. So making a buzz around this new direct connection here in New York is important for us as well. So I think many people will follow it through social media, through other channels that you're using, and we are trying to also push this forward.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we're doing as much as we can right now, and we're doing also a separate piece on the side together with our other group here to be involved, to do a kind of a what you can do from winning a heat in Rzeszow on a speedway bike at a league race and get to Times Square or to the financial districts of New York, how quickly you can do that thanks to LOT Polish Airlines in this case, and going from Rzeszow to Newark and then making our way into the middle of the New York center there, and we're going to do all this in like 24 hours or something, and then come straight back because we don't have much time to, we got to get back to sliding our bikes and, doing the real job like we always say that Stefan has.
Yeah.
And but why Newark Rzeszow? Can you explain that? I mean,
Sure.
why?
That's primarily because of very established link between this area of Poland, southeastern Poland, and the New York area. I mean, in the past, like 100 years ago, and so on, the generations of Polish people were actually immigrating to New York area, settling there, having their families, bringing their families from Poland to US, sometimes opposite way, and so this relation is very long-lasting. And we have strong demand for direct connection, especially many senior people travels on this flight, many children travels on this flight. For them, traveling with the need of transfer is much more challenging than having it direct. And of course, there are technical reasons which allow us as the airport to have the operations of such big aircraft like Boeing Dreamliner. So,
proszę o chwilę uwagi, pasażer Grzebień, który przyleciał z Newarku, proszony jest o niezwłoczny kontakt z biurem obsługi Ryanair. Powtarzam, pasażer Grzebień.
you see, so it's constant work. It wasn't about Greg.
No.
For those who don't speak Polish.
Yeah, good. That's good. That's good.
So this is the story. I mean, we have this Polish-American link from the past, like let's say Polish diaspora living in New York area, but also there's a business link, and it's also very important. I mean, there are more and more American companies investing in this region of Poland. Actually, among all the Polish regions, we are in top 3 in terms of the trade exchange with US. So that is something that also motivates us to facilitate this travel and offer this to the business customers. And also there's a cargo movement. We are not only talking about the passenger movement, but also about the goods. And the Dreamliner can fit up to 15 tons of load per flight. And already the first flight coming today from Newark to Rzeszów has brought several tons of the freight to be transported from here to some, even to Ukraine.
So on the Dreamliner, I'm always fascinated with how an airplane works, how it gets off the ground, all that weight. So the Dreamliner compared to your standard 777, for instance, with carry loads, what do you know that or?
Well, I wouldn't say the difference in the tonnage, but definitely it gives us a chance to establish a regular freight connection.
Gotcha.
So for the companies that need a regular transportation and quick transportation, they have the guaranteed transport from here directly to New York area. And those aviation companies that you're familiar with already, Greg, probably some of them.
Sure.
There's the kind of backbone of the business in the Rzeszow area. They have strong need for transporting the aviation parts to companies in the New York area, Connecticut, and all those companies, the mother companies in states.
That's cool. How often does the flight go?
So for the start, we have a weekly connection. So every Monday there will be a departure to New York, and Sunday return from Newark to Rzeszów. But if this works well, if this develops, then I'm sure the LOT will consider adding at least one more rotation to this connection.
So this aircraft now, this will go to Newark then, and then it will
Go to Warsaw.
it'll go to Warsaw.
So we
from,
call it W letter. So it goes Warsaw, Newark, Rzeszów, Newark, Warsaw.
Okay, so then like when we come back tomorrow night, we're coming back from JFK.
But I'm not sure if this is the same plane.
No,
it
right.
may happen that one, because they wouldn't reposition it from Newark to JFK. I believe
No, not in
this
that time frame either.
Yeah,
Right?
so this may probably, because there are a lot operates direct. I mean, from Rzeszów right now to Newark, but it already operated several times during the week. Warsaw JFK and Warsaw Newark.
Oh, okay.
Separately. So
Cool how that works.
So they have,
That is cool.
the fleet of LOT has expanded over the last 2 years quite significantly. So they have, I think, about 10 Dreamliners right now in their fleet, so they can do all those routes, and that's why we are here today.
I remember when you first contacted me too. That was right after they had just brought in one of your newer parts
Exactly.
of the Dreamliner. I was following it on social media and saw some of the in-flight magazine stuff. So I was, when you called, I'm like, guys, is this going to be the new aircraft that's come in? And,
Not for the first flight,
yeah.
but they told us already that we should expect that it will come here for one of the flights that we are really booked strongly.
I have to go back on that one.
Yeah, you're welcomed, and
Super cool.
And we really hope that this is going to help also the sports men and women who travel to US from Poland and back.
So now we have to find a way to get a speedway race in Newark somehow. How can we do that?
Well, I'm optimistic. I mean, I think there are so many Polish people, even only talking about the Polish people living in the New York area, who are speedway fans from all the towns like Rzeszów, Tarnów, Kraków, Toruń, Bydgoszcz. I can mention more of them, Wrocław, and they would love to see live speedway racing at some point, finally in their area. So it's a matter of organization, some sponsorship, and a willingness to do so.
Think we could do that?
I'm really positive on that.
Okay, yeah.
That would be cool. Is there a speedway track there?
Of course there is.
Yeah.
You just need to build it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indoor games. No, but indoor games, it's something that happens already, and it
That's
doesn't
true.
require the permanent one.
I bring this up because Michal actually mentioned this in a conversation. What about a speedway in Newark? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? And this isn't the first time he's thought about this.
We should do a sport weekend. Just look at speedway and NHL match.
Oh, basketball,
basketball,
baseball.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as you have the fans that are, looking forward to this, it's doable. I'm sure. So let's just let's do this test flight.
See how it goes.
I come back safely. I wish you a good trip, and I hope that it's not the last podcast I'm on.
No, well, yeah, we hope
We
it's
want to
not
know more
either.
about you.
Yeah, there's there's way more about this guy that we don't know much about him, except that he's a pretty cool dude and he's made something really
He's
rad
the
happen today.
CEO of this place.
Yeah.
So guys, see you next in a few days probably in Rzeszów, because then the next racing is in 2 weeks time, I guess, the league one.
Yeah, even 3 weeks I think.
Maybe
We have
3
Grand
weeks,
Prix in
yeah.
Warsaw first. So
Yeah, so we may actually see in Warsaw
I hope we do, man.
You know the requirements. We discussed it.
Yeah, that's right.
Restrictions.
there's-
limitations.
And we need to get on the plane.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So, hey, thanks again, Michal, and we'll see you
Pleasure,
guys. We'll see you
pleasure.
soon in New York.
Yeah, I'll see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Real 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Hey, Real 45. Yeah, Real 45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.